just another podcast. Purpose, passion, faith, freedom. Purpose, passion, faith, freedom.
Good morning, welcome back to the Space Between with Sean McClellan, where solutions always have room to grow. Would you guys do me a favor? Get on over to iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We're able to listen to the podcast. Leave a rating for the show, subscribe so you don't miss a future episode. I would greatly appreciate it. I want to talk to you guys today about time, concerns, and commitment in regards to your podcast. You know, some people out there just want to have an excuse to not get going, you know. I don't know how I can balance my family life if I have a podcast. I don't know if I can record enough episodes. I don't know if I have the time. Let me tell you what, dude. We all have the same amount of time each week. And there's a lot of people out there that got a lot more money than you and me both that find time to do the things that are important, that they care about. They prioritize their time. You know, you're going to have to give up some things, man. You're going to have to give up stuff like maybe Netflix. If you got a dream in your heart about sharing your story, teaching a lesson along the way, you're going to have to prioritize your time. You know, I spend about maybe 30 to 45 minutes a week recording content for you guys. You know, I had to do batch recordings because of my schedule the way it is right now. So like Mondays and Fridays are my perfect days to record where I can focus and without distraction. And I record for the week. You know, 10-minute episodes. You know, you don't have to record like crazy long episodes to get this thing done because most people don't have the attention span to listen to somebody for an hour. I mean, I know Joe Rogan and all those guys go for a while, but they got interviews on with some pretty influential people, you know, interesting people. But guess what? You're just interesting. Your story is just interesting to somebody out there than all those other people that are getting interviewed for an hour. I mean, I listen to stuff at the gym. I listen to sermons, but I'm not listening to podcasts for most of the time. They're not really an hour. I mean, most of them are like 10, 20, maybe 30 minutes. I don't think a lot of people have time to just invest an hour and listen to something these days unless they're at the gym or going on a ride or something. But for the most part, you don't need that much time. You know, I found the sweet spot to be between 8 and 12 minutes per episode. Sometimes they're even shorter than that. Sometimes there's a motivational minute involved in that as well. You don't have to spend all this time that you think you do because why? You're just talking yourself out of getting started. You know, we as human beings, we have this funny, you know, we're so funny about stuff. We just want to, you know, we have all these ideas, but then we'll talk ourselves out of all those ideas for what? For why? I don't know. That's funny. That's a great question, Sean. Why do we do that? Why do you do that? You know, I've talked myself out of stuff before. Absolutely. I'm not exempt from that. What I realized is that I have to start prioritizing my time. If my podcast is important to me, which it clearly is, I'm 330 episodes in today, so you've been listening for a while. Thank you so much for spending time with me on my podcast journey of self-growth, discovery, and all the things, motivation and purpose, passion, faith, and freedom that we talk about here on the Space Between. Thank you for going on this journey with me because it is a journey, and I have to start embracing the process and divorcing myself from the outcomes, what I've been told. So that's what I'm doing. I'm showing up every day, recording content for you guys to get you thinking about your life and your purpose and why you're here. And then are you fulfilling that? All that stuff. All the stuff the Space Between is all about. So thank you for being here. But you're going to have to start prioritizing your time, man. Like if anything in life is important to you, I mean, you can already tell by like how much time you're spending doing what with who. You know, there's people in your life that you don't see that often. You're not prioritizing your time to see them or spend time with them. That's on you. You know, maybe watching less Netflix. You know, maybe you're a husband. Maybe you got kids. I got 2 daughters. I got a job. I got a wife. I got this podcast. Like, I still find time to record content that comes out 5 to 7 days a week. Why? Because it's important to me. It's important to me to get this out to you. This message needs to get out to you for you to realize time is running out. Time is running out for you. Time is running out for me. Time is running out for every human being that is alive on this planet. And here's the thing, guys. We don't know when that number is going to be punched. We don't know when we're going to be called home. If you're like me, you're a believer, you're going home to see the Lord. You're going home. I don't know when my number is going to be punched. That my sense of urgency is through the roof. It's through the roof. You know, I am so dedicated. I am so on a mission to get my message out to you, to get you moving in that direction of your dreams and your goals, your aspirations, the vision for your life, all those things that you think about that you have not let come to pass. Why? Because you haven't prioritized it. You haven't made it important. You haven't made it a priority in your life. When you're ready to make things a priority in your life, when you're ready to make your message a priority in your life, you can go to linkwithsean.com. I would love to meet you, hear your dream, hear what you think you've been put here for. Like, I would love to have a conversation with you, okay? See if we're a good fit for my mastermind or one-on-one coaching to get your message out there within 30 days, okay? It can happen. But it starts with you making a decision to prioritize your time, because you're going to have to. You know, I said, if anybody has a dream, anybody in this planet that has a dream or a goal for the life, it's one thing to have a dream and a goal and not do anything, then you're just wishing. Okay, if you got a dream and a goal, you're going to have to put action behind it. Action is going to cure all that self-doubt, limiting belief, all the garbage you're telling yourself why you can't do it. Action is going to be your cure for all that stuff. You got to take action. Every single day, minimum 30 minutes. If you got 2 hours a day to spend on your dream, that's even better. Because you're going to have to move the needle forward consistently for a long, long time to get the momentum, to get this thing off the ground, to get it moving. And I'm here for you, man. I know it takes a lot of courage to do what I'm doing right now. You have to tell yourself, you have to ask yourself, is the pain of moving forward greater or less than the pain of staying where I'm at? And I don't think anybody wants to stay where they are next year and the year after that and the year after that and the year after that. No wonder people are miserable. No wonder people are just fed up with the way things are. But you got to be fed up enough to take action. You got to be fed up enough to invest in yourself. You got to be fed up enough with your relationships. You got to be fed up enough with your finances. You got to be fed up enough with your purpose and not living up to that. You got to be fed up to get moving. Are you fed up? Are you ready? linkwithsean.com. Let's have a conversation, okay? I would love to help you get out of your head and get moving in the direction of your goals and your dreams, setting up a simple strategy you can use every single day to keep you moving forward, because you're going to have accountability. Most people, I need accountability. I need to be in a mastermind. I need to be around people who can push me and hold me and keep me accountable and, make sure I'm doing all the things to move my dream forward. And that's what I'm here for you guys as well, all right? Would you share this message to somebody who needs to hear it today? Because I know I'm not the only person on the planet who thinks like this. Do me a favor also. Get on over to iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts. Leave a rating for the show, and whenever you're ready to launch your movement, your mission, your dream, your goal, linkwithsean.com. Let's have a conversation, all right? We'll see you guys next time on The Space Between.
And just like that, another void has been filled in the space between. Hey, listen, you're obviously a podcast listener. You're listening to this podcast, which I appreciate you. Have you ever thought about launching your own? Are you somebody who feels like, I've got a message, but I'm not quite clear what it is or who would ever want to hear it? Let's do this. Let's have a conversation. I'll kind of take you behind the scenes of the Space Between podcast, show you how I do it, and worst case scenario, you'll have 3 really simple steps that you can use right now to understand what your message is and how to get it out there. Go to linkwithsean.com, SEAN, linkwithsean.com, book a call, pick a time that works for you, and let's have a conversation about you and your message, all right? We'll see you on the call.